guys, it's me, Pamela from Memphis FoodTrotter.blogspot.com, and I finally decided to try one of those weekly meal delivery boxes. I just really wanted to see if, does it cut down on time? Does it cut down on ingredient waste? Is it reasonably priced? So they did have a little discount since I was new, and this is from Home Chef, so I'm going to do the unpacking for you. So here is the box. I ordered this on Friday, and once I selected everything, I asked for delivery to come on Monday for the week. And I got home Monday from work and it was sitting on my porch. I honestly didn't know what time it would arrive on Monday. So hopefully everything's still intact and everything is as fresh as can possibly be. So we're gonna open this up and see how they've packaged everything. As you can see, they have this insulated packaging around it, around like the edge and then the top. And here are the bags of the veggies. So we're gonna go through each one and I'm gonna see how they've portioned them out and what all recipes I ordered, because I've forgotten since Friday what I ordered. This one is called the Skinny Taste Baked Chicken Parmesan. You can see the green beans and the cheese in it. I'm gonna assume that might be a little knob of butter, and I think that might be a container of sauce. So some of the recipes online were designated as Skinny Taste, so they do have some that are marked like lower calories. So I kind of like that they had some distinction among some of the recipes. And honestly, the green beans, they look nice and fresh and green. Next, I have another Skinny Taste recipe called the Latin Style Steak. You can see the coleslaw. And over here must be the container of, it says tomato paste. So I guess a lot of little condiments, they're in little cups. Here I have another Skinny Taste Baked Chicken Parmesan. So what I think they do is when you change your serving sizes, so they come in like servings of like 2, 4, 6, and 8. So since I asked for 4, they gave me 2 bags of the Skinny Taste Baked Chicken Parmesan. So basically they just come in multiples of 2 for each bag. Here I have the Marsala pork meatloaf. You can see there's the sauce part, some cheese, mushrooms, just like the containers I guess you would buy in like the supermarkets. And there's some cut up broccoli already, so not so much chopping up. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to slice up the mushrooms though, but at least the broccoli's done. This one is for the Thai style peanut crusted salmon. This one has some toasty sesame. It has a little cloves of garlic. I hate peeling garlic, so I'm so glad that it's basically naked for me, ready for me to mince up. That must be for the sauce. Some of the recipes you can actually sub out the protein. So I believe I subbed out the salmon for mahi mahi. So some of them, not all of them, I don't think you can change every single one, but some of them will say customize. This is a different meal. This one's called the chicken breast and herb gravy. You can see the kale. It doesn't look blackened or bruised or anything. And this is the last package. It's another Thai style peanut crusted salmon. Again, I'm pretty sure I did not actually get salmon. I got the mahi mahi. So these, I guess, are just pre-printed stickers they put on. All right, and that's it for all the veggie packets. On to the meats. So underneath all of those veggie packs, there's like a separation. So I'm assuming underneath will be, all of the meats. And so it all came in little packages all inside of one big bag. And then on the bottom are these large ice packets. And honestly, they still feel cool. I'm not sure, again, when this came. But I did come home and found this on my porch around 4 o'clock. So you can see there's different kinds. You'll see the meat and the mahi mahi. And there's the ground pork and the chicken. So I can't wait to sort through all these and then start with the first recipe. So the first meal I'm going to try from this Home Chef kit will be the Marsala pork meatloaf. And in honor of the 20th Harry Potter anniversary, I'm using my fabulous floral wand. So it's going to be pork meatballs. So the ingredients it came with is the panko and the ground pork. And I believe this was supposed to serve 2 people. And then there's going to be a fabulous little marsala wine sauce. So it comes with the mushrooms that I have to cut up, some butter, a demi-glace concentrate, and then this marsala wine. And we're going to also bake the vegetables off. This is the butternut squash, shallots, parmesan, and broccoli. I believe the shallot is also going to be put into the pork meatballs as well as the vegetables. So we're going to wave our beautiful wand, and then it'll be prepped. And our pork meatloaf and veggies are prepped and ready to go into the oven. While that's baking, I will be making the mushroom glaze sauce. And just like that's the first meal of my Home Chef weekly delivery is finished. Again, this is the pork meatloaf with mushroom marsala gravy sauce and roasted butternut squash and broccoli. Now I have to say, when I was baking the vegetables, I was really worried about the butternut squash, so I did poke it with a fork to see if it was done, and it wasn't. So once I let it go for 25 minutes, and they were definitely raw, the butternut squash. So I added 10 minutes and it still was hard, so I added another 2 minutes. I was really worried about the broccoli being overdone and the pork being overdone. So the only thing I've tasted is the butternut squash for doneness. So I'm gonna actually pack this in my lunch, and you guys are gonna follow me to work with me, and I'll let you guys know how it tastes. All right, it is lunchtime, so I'm gonna try the pork meatloaf with the mushroom marsala sauce and the baked broccoli and butternut squash with a sprinkling of Parmesan. All right, it's just your basic roasted vegetables. There's not a lot of seasoning on it. Really, it was like salt and the Parmesan. So if I were making it at home, I guess I would like add maybe some garlic powder, onion powder, but you know, they're nice roasted vegetables. Here's the pork meatloaf. What makes this dish is that mushroom marsala sauce. I wish that they provided more of the glaze or the sauce. You know, it obviously reduced down when I cooked it with the mushrooms, but that's definitely the best part, is that mushroom sauce. All right, I will be back later and to show you guys how the rest of the week's meals go. For day 2, I'm having the chicken parmesan with green beans. Each recipe comes with a recipe card. I'll tell you the ingredients that they gave you as well as what you might need from your house. So here we have the chicken, green beans, panko, parmesan, butter, and the tomato sauce. So here's the chicken baked in my toaster oven, and then I topped it off with the sauce and the cheese. While that was baking, I also cooked the green beans. So I prepared this meal the night before and then brought it one serving with me to work the next day. The green beans were nicely steamed. The kit came with lemon, so I just squeezed it on top of the green beans. The chicken parmesan also was perfectly cooked. It wasn't in the recipe card, but I should have pan fried it first and then baked it, so that way it would have a nice golden color. I wish it had more sauce though. It was not enough sauce, but it tasted perfectly fine. On day 3, I am cooking the only seafood dish that I chose, which is fish, a peanut topping, and a coleslaw. The ingredients it came with in the kit include the fish, some rice, panko, peanuts, coleslaw, the sweet chili sauce, cilantro, garlic, the roasted sesame dressing, and green onions. So here's the prepared rice and coleslaw. I did deviate from the recipe card. I have a rice cooker, so I use that for my rice. I've already prepared the coleslaw and the peanut topping, as well as cook the fish. The recipe card does give you instructions for when you substitute out proteins and the instructions for that. So I again took one portion of the fish, rice, and coleslaw with me to work and had it for lunch. I added more of that sweet chili sauce. This time the dish did come with enough sauce. And I have to say this was actually one of my favorite meals. I also thoroughly enjoyed the coleslaw with that sesame dressing. I will have to say though that when I cooked this portion of fish, the bag came with like 4 different sizes of fish. So I had like 1 large fillet, 2 medium sized fillet, and then 1 small one. So it wasn't quite even. Day 4 was a steak dish, and it comes with, of course, the meat, along with the same coleslaw packet that we saw in the fish meal, along with rice, garlic, a special seasoning mix, a whole onion, Roma tomato, cilantro, tomato paste, and lime. I went ahead and prepped the coleslaw first, put that in the fridge, and then I went ahead and cut up all of the veggies and meat. The meat that came with the kit was already really thin, so it cooked really quickly. Here's the dish all plated up with all of its components, which include the rice, the meat, the coleslaw, and I just squeezed lime on top of everything. And I just mixed it all up, and this was another one of my favorites out of the week's meals. The meat was super tender because, again, it came really thin, so it just melted in mouth. And there was just so much flavor going on with the meat sauce and then the coleslaw. And it had like nice acidity to it. So it was a well-balanced dish, and I thoroughly enjoyed this one. This is the last meal of the week that I'm trying with Home Chef, and it's chicken with gravy, corn muffins, along with some bacon and kale, and it even came with some honey. So here's everything cooked up for a serving size of 2, the gravy sauce, chicken, corn muffins, and kale. So here is a serving size for 1 with the steamed kale and bacon. And then we have the chicken breasts. The chicken breasts were very large, so that I will give them credit for. Again, the sauce, I wish there was more. I probably could have, I guess, added more water to kind of just stretch out the gravy a little bit more. The chicken was cooked actually really simply just in a pan, and I was surprised that it tasted so good just like that. And then the corn muffins. So the corn muffins, I somehow could only get 2 corn muffins out of the mix instead of 4, but everything tasted really good. So I have completed eating and cooking all 5 meals that I ordered for the week from Home Chef, and these are my final thoughts. So I liked the ease of ordering and also pausing the subscription. I only plan on doing this 1 week, so immediately after I placed my order for the week, then I paused it. No big deal. I liked how it came, the way it was packaged. It was cold even when I got home around 4 or 5 o'clock, and the delivery was there. I liked how everything was labeled and separated. The freshness of the fruits or the vegetables was really nice. There wasn't a lot of like wasteful packaging. I would say that the ones that had more components were more flavorful to me. I feel like the ones with sauces, they were probably high in sodium. They tasted good, but I really just wanted more sauce. So I feel like if they maybe reduced the sodium and just stretched out the sauce a little bit, it would be better. As far as like pricing goes, I think I paid about $190 with my discount. Right now, I think there's like a teacher discount. So just check their website. They'll have first week's discounts. I thought it was reasonably priced. You know, I actually didn't buy any groceries. I did, though, at the beginning of the week, buy things like milk and eggs and bread and things like that. I think if you don't really know how to cook, it does give you nice steps. They're easy. If you do know how to cook, I feel like you can definitely add more pizzazz, add more seasonings and spices to everything. And I had an overall pleasant experience with this company and the meals, so check them out. And if you have a favorites food delivery kits, that you would like me to try, and then place it in your comments. I'll try another one, another company next month. And I hope you guys found this useful, and give Home Chef a try if you're into the whole food meal kits deliveries. I will say, you know, if you guys have to do quarantine and things like that, this is definitely a good service to have. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. Like this video and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you guys to my current subscribers. I appreciate you guys. And check out the down arrow description box for all the links. See you guys later. Bye.